So back here, got another leak with the coolant. So I'm gonna try to see where it's at. I believe I know where it is. I got the leak tester. I'm gonna put that on in a minute, but if you can see, I'm getting a coolant right here, build up right here, so I don't know whether where it's coming from. I would like to say it's coming from the water pump. Maybe I didn't put the water pump on correctly, but I don't see any water coming from up there. So we're gonna see what we got. So probably a few weeks ago, filled this thing up, and now it's about right here. Now these are known to kind of settle and get to kind of a limit they like it. Here's I put a little extension because I didn't like it going on these electrical connections. So, but if you can see there, it doesn't look like it's leaking from the overflow. So we need to see where it's leaking from. So again, number 5, I'm using the power belt system. Rented it from AutoZone. The number 5 seems to fit. So I've pumped it up to about 17, 18, and start looking for leaks. So interesting, I've got another leak here, and it looks like it's right here where the connection for the coming out of the thermostat going into the into this tube. So maybe that connection's not as tight as it could be. So I'll work with that, but could that be leaking and then it makes it all the way down here? I don't think so. But I just was underneath the engine and I don't see any leaking coming back from the engine to get this spot. And then this spot's not leaking any. I'm not seeing that add up. So let me at least fix the leak that's here and kind of go from there. So not long ago I replaced this tube and the thermostat. Now this hose, I should say hose, is original. I believe it's original. So maybe it doesn't have the pliability that it needs. Maybe I need to replace that. But let me see if I can make that connection a little lower. It looks like I could move it a little lower, and then we'll see what happens. So I filled up the reservoir to the fill line. Of course I made a little mess. Tightened this. So I was seeing a little residue right here. Repositioned the clamp coming out of the thermostat. So we're going to pressure test it again. So second time around, not getting any leaking yet. It's been a couple minutes. It's holding tight. Keep on looking. So I guess the good news is I've stopped this leaking, but the original leak down here is actually, I think it's coming from the other side, the driver's side of the engine. And it's just when, I was thinking I don't know why it'd be dripping on this side, but it's pretty far back. I'm not sure if there's anything I'm going to be able to do about it. So I can't seem to find exactly where this leak is coming from. I don't think I'm going to be able to stop it. So I've got this idea. I'm going to put, if you notice, all the droplets kind of form right here, and there's two holes right here. I'm going to take something maybe this big and put basically a plate right here, and it'll just catch the coolant. So it's not going to stop it, but I guess the idea is when the car's parked, it'll catch it enough, and then it won't pool where I'm parked it. So if I go over to a friend's house and I'm not getting a pool of coolant on their driveway, but then when you drive away, all of a sudden maybe the wind will just, you know, knock it out on the highway or road or wherever you're at, and no harm there. So I think that's the best solution. I mean, I'm not going to be able to fix the leak. I just wanted to not pull up where I park the D2, and it's a small enough leak, like it's probably, you know, fill up the coolant tank every 6 months. So it's that small. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do today. So I call it the catch basin, the engine and oil and coolant catch basin for the Land Rover. So put this underneath using existing holes with a number 12 screw, and I took these little washers off of some other screws from their metal, kind of metal roofing screws, and I'm going to screw it on up there. So I'm going to install this cover. See if you can see it. I'm just going to use these created, I don't know if you can see that. Holes. So I'm just going to put that in there. With one screw. That seems pretty far off. How did I get that far off? Nice malleable plastic, so my holes didn't line up perfect, no problem. And where's my last screw? Oh, there it is. Ah, nice. So the idea is this is kind of, I've already got a gutter right here on the other side, so any oil catches from this drip right here, so that is always there. And then I've got a coolant drip that's over here, so it's a little close to that prop shaft. I don't think that's going to be a problem. Oh, I think the catch basin is working. No drips. So if you notice these two little puddles, that's condensation from the air conditioner. So that's normal. But as you see here, nice and dry. There's the catch basin working. If you notice, there's little drops of coolant. I don't know if that's picking up, but obviously it's not an issue. And I like how that plastic is you know, it could easily be torn off or such, so that's actually a good thing. So if you hit something, it would just kind of rip off. That wouldn't be a problem, or bend. Anyway, let's see how this works for a while.